Okay, hello again, everyone. Thank you for coming back. I'm really excited for this episode. I think the main parts I'm excited for would probably be the obviously the speech that should happen at the end. I think the room with the words and stuff. The as in I would assume everyone watching our reactions already seen it, so the Subaru Natsuki was here stuff. Shula showing up will be fun, and obviously Reed moving around will be so. And I want to know what their song choices are and stuff because it is the starting life in another world from Zero episode, so it'll be really sick. I can't wait actually. I guess we'll just get started now. I'd also really quickly want to add, please stay to the end. I nearly forgot to mention it, but I've been bringing it up a little bit here and there about the projects I've been working on. I hope that a few of you will like it. But I also would like some help on like priorities for what people want next, stuff like that. So if you're into like figures or anything like that, it will you'll hopefully be interested in it. So yeah, see you again at the end. But yeah, I just remembered afterwards I was meant to put this at the start. Okay, here we are. Also, I actually kind of meant the conversation. It's more of a conversation, but I'm most excited for the end of it. But yeah,
潔く罪を認めなさい。
that was loud as hell.
野蛮で退屈な結論ね。そんな野蛮な男のところにか弱いダムが一人で挑むと思ったの。
You would blow him up.
ダムの勘違いだったらよかったのに。
I guess it's fair enough though, because she doesn't like actually know if it's Subaru, right? She thinks it's not
なんでこんな
technically.
少し痛い目を見れば腹の内を話す気になるかしらね。待って、スバルが変だと思ったから話をする、そのはずでしょ。エミリア様は甘すぎます。追問としては他人に化ける滞在式をやったそうですね。その滞在式がこのバルスに化けている可能性はいかがですか。それは今すぐ口を割らせます。本物のバルスとメイリーの居場所を聞くために。
メイリーを移動させたのは2人じゃない。
本物偽物なんて決めつけてダメよ。
記憶喪失だ。
Guaranteed RAM crash out. Yeah.
何をふざけたことを。スバルはこう言ってるわ。やっぱり理由があるのよ。レムはどうなるの。邪魔をしないで。
Through the hole, Amelia. That's so funny.
忘れたともう一度言ってみなさい。
違う、そうじゃ。
その顔と声でレムを忘れたなんて。もう一度でも。ダメよ、レム。
Yeah.
オリガン。エミリアとラムは。
なんだこりゃ気持ち悪い部屋だなおい。なんだってこんな気持ち悪い飾り付けにしてんだおめえ。
Nice new opening. Oh, so it's going to be a full length. I'm assuming they're not, or they're going to play it over the ending on this one as well.
泣きそうかよおめえ。ん？仲間割れでもしたが面白い。
待てよ、あんたは上の階から降りてこられないって話じゃなかったのか。
その前提が崩れてんだよ。
前提が崩れたってなんで。
アホ、何でも答えがもらえると思ってんじゃねえよ。俺は出歩ける。だからここを出ていく。
出てく。この塔は
心残りを一個片付けたらな。
心残りって。
Don't even know, like.
それじゃ試験とかどうすんだよ。
ああ、来やがったな。
the Hungry Ghost Kings. I wonder if it'll show how like regenerative they are. Because it kind of cut that out when Shula blew them up, but it's also like that she did blow them up. She ripped them apart. But I guess if they didn't show it earlier, they might not show it here. I actually don't remember if he just like if they showed it here in the novel or not, but I'd assume that it was just like an implied thing. Who looks so happy? I look geeked.
後ろだユリウス
弱えやつは選択肢が少ねえな。言い訳ばかりがうまくなりやがる。
は
Looks sick.
あなたはなぜここに？
なぜ、何、どうして聞くことも一緒で仲良しかおめえら。
Yeah, they actually don't care about Julius anymore. He's way too strong.
そうだ、試験の続きだ。俺が飽きる前にもぎ取ってみせろや、おめえ。
エキドナを
アナスタシア様を頼んだ。
はあ、本当にどうにもなんねえな、その勝負。
どこへ行くつもりなの？
Julius is definitely getting pieced out.
どうしたあのお兄さんは助けたの？私の首は絞めたくせに。探したのよ。そっちに行くのはまずいかしら。なぜ檻の外に？ベアトリス離れるんだ。ラムから聞いた通り、彼は君の知る彼ではない。
ラム、そうか。俺はエミリアとラムを殺してなかった。
そんなことないのよ。手をつなげばベティにはわかるかしら。だとしても信用はできない。アナの直感に従っておくべきだった。この場所には他の誰も連れてくるべきじゃなかったんだ。僕の失態だ。
She would have actually not gone anywhere without all of them there.
もうこの塔はダメだ。
どうしたのよスバル。そんな言い方スバルらしくないかしら。
俺らしいって何なんだ。お前らが見てる俺らしさなんてどこに。
記憶をなくしたと、そんな出来の悪い嘘を貫き通すと、妹を忘れたラムや自分を忘れられたユリウスと共にいながら、君はまだそんな残酷な演技を。
演技だと。
Always shoving Beatrice around.
演じるならもっとマシなやつを選ぶに決まってんだろ。誰が好き好んで夏木スバルになろうとするもんかよ。こんな気持ち悪い
That's funny.
お前ら寄ってたかって知らねえんだよ。誰なんだよ。何もかもなくしたんだよ。俺はコンビニ帰りなんだ。今日一日店員と口聞いた覚えしかねえんだよ。それがいきなり異世界、砂の塔、死体、試験、偽物、夏木スバル。ふざけるんじゃねえ。ふざけんじゃねえ。
Actually, it's worth mentioning because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that in season 1 it was like not mentioned, but he did like in the novels mention missing like his or like wanting to go home and his parents and stuff. Maybe not wanting to go home. I feel like I remember him talking about his or mentioning his parents at least like before season 2 would have happened. Because a lot of people took it as, oh, that's weird that he's mentioning them in this season because he didn't care about them at all originally when he first got to this world. But it's like he did. It just they didn't think it was important to show, I guess, when they were animating it. And yeah, if they thought it was only going to be one season, I kind of understand that. But
今いきなり切れてんだって思ってんだろ。
I feel like it would have been nice to have.
何が切れたんだよ。
It also makes it a bit more like, damn, he's in such a bad place here.
だから。
And he never got this bad. Because yeah.
俺を ちに返してください。神様が俺に罰を与えようとしたんならわかりました。俺が悪かったんです。
スバル
Dude, the music's kind of crazy.
彼と行けばいい。僕はユリウスを探す。分かったのよ。ほらスバル今はこれは何のつもりかな。僕は譲ったつもりだ。それがどうして
As in, ReZero's OSTs always are all good, but it's setting such a good mood for this scene. Yeah, it's pretty obvious that's Shula. Oh. Oh shoot. It's kind of insane.
松木君、君を測りかねるようなことをしないでくれ。
知るか、土佐なんだよ。
エルジワルド。
She moves away in such a funny way.
君は
I always imagined her moving so quickly and like scurrying about on the walls and stuff.
味方をする。
だってわからねえよ。だって俺
I guess I know. I also imagined her being real slow sometimes, like being big and covering whole entrances and stuff.
覚えてないかしら。
ごめん。
She's a lot smaller
俺は
than I thought, is the best way I can put it.
スバルが忘れてもベティが忘れない。
She still looked pretty massive.
覚えてる。移動しよう。
Yeah.
ここには
It's so important to have like a proper anchor like that to know that there's something missing, but have someone be there who remembers. Like Julius, like Subaru's for Julius is a good example. I know it's like kind of different, but it's like being forgotten by everyone. You kind of need someone to remember you. Oh, this isn't. Oh, I'll let this play out. God damn. Was it for a sec? Yeah, no, like being remembered by Subaru for Julius is like what keeps him going to an extent. Not all of it, but it's like a big part of it. Despite everyone forgetting him. So then on the inverse of being remembered by someone and having them tell you, look, I know who you are, even if you don't know who you are, it's like it could be seen as like a shackle, like I need to live up to the expectation, but it can also be seen as a I can do this and people believe in me. So it's kind of like important, I feel, for his character, especially there. It's just like yeah, I can trust these people, even though he felt like he couldn't, or has been feeling that way.
置いていくんだ。
くそくそくそ。
松木君、
She's always getting her lower part blown off.
じゃね
I don't think it's quite all of it because she would have died instantly, but
僕のことよりベアトリスだろう。
maybe she wouldn't have died instantly. She lasted a while when she was clinging onto him in the cave. It's an interesting parallel to that though.
あの子はほん
Him trying to carry her along rather than throwing her away. I know obviously it's the miasma and all that, but
痛いな。本当に人の体は痛い。
ごめん。ごめん。違う、そんなじゃなくて。俺は。
この痛みはアナへの唯一の恩返しだ。だってそうだろう。今アナに体を返す。
also with the implication that that she turned back into Anna in the cave, the miasma, like I thought it didn't really affect her because she kind of was acting similar or like calculating, but she did choose to just give it back to her, right?
聞こえた？これって渡り
Rather than now when she's doing everything to hold it. That is crazy though. Really always chatting to murder someone.
これは解釈なんだもの。
Yeah.
こんな簡単なこともできないのか。夏希座る。
夏希くん、会食のために君は石も握れないんだ。疑って悪かったね。
It's a tough one. If he really wanted to read the book, he didn't actually have to kill her. But damn, yeah. Ooh,
そうだな。
you're already here. I think it's fair that a lot of people didn't realize there was Satella when there was the fog earlier on, because it does look different to season 2, but also it was the only thing that made sense, right?
愛してる、愛してる、愛してる、愛してる、愛してる。
It's pretty nice to have it completely obvious for those people.
やめろ、うんざりだ。俺は愛してない。俺を愛してない。愛されてることは知ってた。知ってたさ。父さんもお母さんも心の底から俺を愛してくれてた。知ってたさ。知らないわけがない。だからいっそ消えてしまいたかった。両親に愛されてるのに、愛される価値のない自分を愛せるはずなんてなかった。
His parents are so goated.
勘弁してくれ。勘弁してくれ。もう十分だろ。
愛してる。
とっくの昔に俺の中では答えが出てたんだ。あんなに必死で一生懸命で俺によくしてくれる人たちが悪い人たちのはずがない。分かってた。だから俺は死んでおくべきだったんだ。これが最後にできるなら、これを最後に。夏希スバルなんか消えてなくなったって。
愛してる、愛してる、
Sliding over in a funny way.
愛してる、愛してる、愛してる、愛してる、愛してる、愛してる。
It's an interesting thought, actually, that I think Amelia is coming soon. But I think it's an interesting thought that in this, he doesn't actually know that he went insane because of Masma, so he might. I'll let this play out.
愛してる。
So unsettling.
スバル。
Right. Get my thought out now. I was saying that he doesn't really know about the Masma in the cave, so he just thinks that he's thinking that way, if you get what I mean. Like, when it happened earlier on in the season, he was informed straight after of like, oh, that's what the miasma does, kind of, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, he had, like, no clue that's why he started going crazy, so he just thinks that's how he thinks, if that makes sense. Which is kind of an interesting thing, because I feel like if you have an idea, or if someone has an idea put in their head, then they can be convinced of it, if that makes any sense. And that's a weak thing, like, it doesn't really mean much. But I don't know, the idea that he thinks he's the one who came up with it, right? It's when you give someone an idea, when you put it in their head, then they think, oh yeah, that was my idea, so we should do it, kind of thing. It's a lot more easy for him to be convinced by it when he doesn't have the part of him saying, no, that's not me thinking that way, it's just the miasma affecting me. So it's kind of interesting, because it would affect him a lot more. Like, for a longer period, even while it's not anymore, because he's been put to think that way without realizing. And obviously Meili is not helping. Having her, like, entire life be a part of his memories, as if they're his own.
お前もユリウスもベアトリスも最後にはエキドナまで俺に謝りやがって意味がわからね
エキドナが最後？
Yeah.
スバル、何があったの？エキドナたちは。
え。死んだ。両足が吹っ飛んで
Beatrice
体の
despawns.
土が足りなくて
And,
ベアトリスもそうだ。ユリウスも行け頼むとかバカだ。みんなバカだ。一体何を期待してるんだ。 頼むとか取り戻すとか疑って悪かったとか何言ってんだ。
私とスバルが初めて会ったのはオートのトーヒングラって場所だったの。
は？
その時私はすごく大事な気象をフェルトちゃんに取られちゃって、それを取り戻さなくちゃってパックと大慌てだったの。それで追いかけた先でメイリーのお姉さんに狙われて、それをスバルが助けてくれて、それがスバルと私の初めての出会い。
Was that the first ending
ス
song?
バルは私をかばった。そこでベアトリスが文句を言いながら治療してくれて、ラムと
It's such a good
レム
ending.
タもスバルは仲良くなったのよ。そうしたら今度はお姉さんじゃなくメイリーが魔獣をけしかけて悪さをしたの。それをスバルとラムが食い止めて、ロズワールが魔獣をやっつけて、私はお留守番。デートの約束をしたのもこの時。思い出した？それから応戦のためにオートに呼び出されてね。スバルと初めて大喧嘩したのもこの時。私はもうスバルに無茶して傷ついてほしくなくて、なんでそんなに優しくしてくれるのかわからなくて怖かった。だから喧嘩した時に全部終わっちゃうって思ったのに、何が起きているかわからなくて不安な状況に押し流されているだけだった時、スバルが駆けつけてくれて、それでなんて言ってくれたか思い出した？でも私は全部覚えてる。スバルの言ってくれたこと、してくれたこと、しようって約束してくれたこと、全部覚えてるの。
覚えちゃいない。思い出せもしない。お前らは誰の話をしてるんだよ。誰かのために命を張れて、誰かのためにとっさに動けて、誰かのために頑張ろうって走れて、誰かのために命かけて何かを成し遂げられる。ふざけるな。そんな奴が夏木スバルのわけがねえ。俺は知ってるんだよ。夏木スバルがどれだけ情けなくてクズでどうしようもない腐った野郎なのか。夏木スバルはどうしようもねえクソ野郎なんだよ。俺が誰よりそれを知ってるんだ。俺じゃなくてもいいだろ。もっと強い誰かとか頭のいい誰かがやってくれる。俺には無理なんだ。
私の名前はエミリア。ただのエミリアよ。話さなきゃいけないことも聞かなくちゃダメなこともたくさんあるの。でも今は一つだけ聞かせて。お願い、あなたの名前を聞かせて。
どうしてなんだ。どうしてここで夏木スバルなんだ。あいつに何ができる。あいつに何を期待するんだよ。
あなたの言う通りかもしれない。スバルより強い人はいるし、きっと頭のいい人だってたくさんいる。でも私はどんな時でも一緒にいるのはスバルがいい。スバルがそうしてくれるって信じてるし願ってる。だって助けてくれるならできるから、そこにいたからそうしてくれる人より好きな人にそうしてもらえた方がずっと嬉しいもの。
そうか。夏木スバル、 お前こんな美少女に惚れてたのか。それがお前の力の源だったのか。
It's interesting because
知らずにも
it isn't all of the source of his
ど
strength,
うしてそんな高望みができる
not just for her.
お前みたいなやつがどうして
He
こんな
wants to save everyone and himself. He just doesn't know.
ただのエミリアよ。
Ah, it's a very fair thought.
お願い。あなたの名前を聞かせて。
お俺の名前は夏木スバル。ユリウスに託されて、ベアトリスが信じて、エキドナが許して。エミリア、君に願われる。その男の名前が夏木スバルなら、俺が夏木スバルだ。エミリアたちを助けたい。この塔から救いたい。夏木スバルにそれができるなら、俺がそれをやる。ありがとうエミリア。
Oh,
俺にそ
having this be the ending so good.
スバル、私は
She's going insane.
I stay alive 今は
俺たちはこのまま飲まれて終わりか。いや、終わりじゃない。これが、ここからが、きっと始まり。
Oh, it's going to be such a good title drop.
俺が覚えてる。全部覚えてる。たとえ君が忘れても、俺が一生忘れない。
So good. Oh,
スバル、
oh shoot.
スバルってば
Gonna get a lock in.
本当によかった。すごく心配したんだから。エミリア、もっと
Oh, next call's gonna be so peak.
戻ってき
I
た。
think we're like right off the bat with the count stuff, if I remember correctly, and like the conditions and all of that. Oh, it's gonna be so interesting. Let's go here. Okay. I wanted to talk about something. It's just a thought that I think is quite interesting. To do with like how Subaru. How do I describe this? How even if he was to get everyone's opinions of him, and even if he was to read everyone else's books of him, he would never like have the full picture of himself or why he is like who he is, because he won't see any of the loops that he fails, right? Obviously, I know about Glottoniev, I know about what happens, but it's like it's just interesting because you'll always have that bit missing. Um, anyway, let me take these off. The episode is so well done. I love I loved it. The speech at the end was really solid. I'm pretty sure if I'm not mistaken, Subaru's dub voice actor had recorded that before for a fan project, I think. Because I've definitely heard that, and I'm pretty sure it was the dub voice actor who did it. I think he's done some other bits as well, but he's a solid guy, from what I can tell, obviously. I think the part with Julius fighting the what they called the why my brain Hungry Horse Kings, goofy our name, was pretty solid as well with Reed showing up. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Next core, all of it, every episode's gonna be so peak. As in this core was solid the whole way as well. I'm so excited for that. But yeah, I wanted to talk about the project I've been working on now. So anyone who's interested, stick around, please. Wait, please. Also, if you're not interested, if you happen to know someone who's into figures or collecting or anything like that, I'd really appreciate if you could send them over. Just I don't know. It's nice to have an audience of people who are interested, and even if you're not interested, I'd quite like some feedback from people outside of the area because it's nice to know everyone's opinion. So I'll get back to it. It's pretty simple. It's a figurine price comparison site I've been working on for a little bit. Um, I'm very excited to like have a public test of it basically. Let me turn the screen over to that. Oh wait, that's gonna be the hidden one actually. Let me check. I think one. Yeah, okay, I'll do it on this one. 1 sec. I don't know what tab it's on. I think it's this one. Yeah, yeah. That could be right. Hopefully. Yeah, so again, very bare bones, very early development still. But let's say ReZero, being as it's a ReZero video. Do a search for that. Let's sort it by price difference. See like some good deals. Generally, I've only got Ami and Solaris Japan implemented currently. And as you can tell, there's things like the names not lining up because they're being offset. Obviously, I'm gonna have to change that. The filters don't come out of drop downs. I actually just think I'm gonna do a whole screen thing for that. Um, there's a lot of little bits that I want to improve. Item pages are fine. But I want to put things like historic prices and a bookmark button on items. You can see if I click on it, then it will take me to the Ami page. Same if I was to do the same from the item link 26950. Solaris is synced up as well. If for example you want to look at maybe a figure that's coming out soon from ReZero, you can do release ascending, yeah. This is coming out next, apparently. I want to have the like release dates and stuff put up as well. It's just there's a lot of little things, but yeah. June 26. A lot of little things I want to get implemented, but that is it's going the right way. Any of these are solid though. Oh yeah, the Shula figure. And then if I was to empty this, you can just do general searches. These are the next releases coming up, random stuff. Maybe you want to get the most expensive things just because you're like curious. Here's the most expensive items on Ami and Solaris currently. The Solaris data, it's only like a sixth of the data from their site currently because I've been doing small batches for testing, but I guess it's got some of their expensive stuff. Yeah, all of these dress ones, what are they called again? I don't remember. Why am I forgetting the name of that? Confused China dress. Yukata or something like that? Something like that, if I can remember it slightly right. Yeah. Let's say, you wanna look at items that have bonuses or whatever. The most expensive items with bonuses. Oh, it's a ReZero one. There's a lot of other things that aren't shown here. Let's say I go, actually no, let's say no sorting, no status, no filters. For example, well, if I was to change this to 5 or 6 or whatever, if 5 or 6 would both be putting NSFW and, well, 5 is NSFW and safe work and 6 is just NSFW. But obviously I'll default that to not be that. I think it's big type equals Nendo, for example, is Nendroids. Yeah. So you want to see like the biggest price range on Androids. I want to do like reduction from original price, stuff like that. Also, like the sorting shouldn't be like this. It should be release date, price, and then have a toggle for ascending or descending. It's just like obviously that makes more sense. It's just easier to navigate and use. Red just means it's currently not available. So if I click on this link, it should bring me to a dead page. or no page. Yeah, closed page. But that's yeah. If I was to put in 1/7, again, these will all be filters. 1/7 will just return. Oh wait, not sort. I'm being stupid. 1/7 on that. It'll give me all the 1/7, 1/4. Maybe I want 1/4 and 1/7. Or maybe I just want 1/12 for some reason. There should be 1/12, yeah. 1/12 and an Androids. Or just all scale figures. I also want to do n scale for non-scale figures, like prize figures, stuff like that will be useful to have in there. Maybe like chibi non-Android style ones. And then obviously the homepage is still like not perfect at all. No header, and then I have the logic done for the back end for like loading up all of the different like search categories. So let's say upcoming releases or next releases, or cheapest pre-order like best pre-order range. So if it's got a high range, then it means that the lowest one is like it stands out, or it could just be done from the average pre-order prices. If there's an outlier that's lower, then it would be like a good pre-order price, if that makes sense. Just like recommended searches on the homepage would be nice. And then the ability to save search queries and stuff like that. Let's say Steins Gate. One thing that's worth mentioning, so you can do searches without quote marks. It works, but the point in the quote marks is just exact match, because let's say you did ReZero, or no, zero wouldn't work actually. Let's say Dragon Pool. Let's say you just did like that. Yeah, if you do a slight misspelling, it should work. I don't know why the ReZero one didn't actually, or like missing letters should still get matches. Or maybe if you just do Brown, it should still get dragon for dragon something. I don't know why the ReZero misspelling didn't find anything. I think, oh, I'm being stupid. Four's the minimum length. Or one below. I think if it was a character longer, let's say I did Echidna, that should come up. Echidna should still come up, yeah. It's only a little bit of lenience, but it's worth having implemented. But yeah, it's just there's sometimes that you'll get matches to things, like in ReZero, it sometimes, or it will get items that have re and items that have zero, if that makes sense. So 02 I've seen show up in this for ReZero. Not at the start apparently. I guess it's because I'm looking unsorted. If I was to sort it by something, it would probably show up a lot higher. Let me just skip to the end. There should be some. Yeah, stuff with zero in the name, Zero Suit Samus, stuff like that. But if you put the quote marks on it, then it's looking for ReZero, so you don't even need the colon, but it should make sense. Those things won't be there anymore. So yeah, I hope that some people are interested in this. There's obviously a lot more to do. I want to like start implementing resin statue stores, and obviously a lot more sites. I want to have the user login, bookmarking, as I've mentioned, query bookmarking, so you can like put in ReZero, and then you could set so you get a notification whenever a new ReZero item that has a bonus gets announced or like added to the system, or whenever a ReZero item drops, like has a massive price drop for whatever reason, then there should be like queries to get you emailed if any of those things happen. So yeah, stuff like that I think would just be fun to get implemented properly and worth the time. I think people would like it. In here I want to have historic prices, and there was some other stuff I can't remember off the top of my head. They're all noted somewhere. Stuff like that though. So yeah, I hope someone is interested in sticking around for that. I should have changed my camera back. But thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction, and hope some of you are willing to join the Discord and description to give me some feedback. Again, that is the live server. There is a lot of data that I don't have there, but it's early testing. I'd appreciate some feedback and some direction from people who are actually interested in it, some early adopters. Thank you for watching. There's a bunch of stuff, things like having it so that this is later on, but if you put your location on your user, then it should be able to recommend local stores, I think would be a nice touch. All little bits like that. Obviously, I need to add a lot more stores to the system as well. But, I also I meant kimono earlier when I couldn't remember the name, and also I'm pretty sure I said, uh, Schule wrong, but yeah, thanks for watching again, and sorry, there were just little bits I forgot.